scoot up some. Hello, people. It is me, your good friend, Chad Marco, and I am reviving the Process series. Originally, I just wanted to be like a 5-episode thing where I just kind of broke down the process of making a song. And I kind of forgot about it. And then I was thinking, I can bring it back, show the whole process of making the song and all that. But more so, whenever I make a beat, and maybe in the future, whenever I make a song, kind of break down how I made it, the effects, and my thought process that goes into making it. So I posted on my YouTube channel, if anybody had any recommendations or requests as far as what song or beat they want me to break down. And before I fulfill a request, I just wanted to kind of do one that was just on my mind. And so today I am going to break down how I made the Oppai beat, or what's it called? What's that beat called? I forgot what I called the beat, but fuck it, the beat. The beat to the Oppai song, I'm breaking that down today. And this is just kind of a test just to see how well this goes. And because this is my first time really breaking it down like this. Well, I did do the episode where but that was me making the beat. Now I'm just breaking down the beat that's already made. So let's just get into it. So right here we have all the samples and patterns, as you can see. Now, what you guys are going to learn about me is that I have a very basic kind of structure when it comes to beats. The first part is the melody, which is just going to be like synthesizers, shit like flutes and plugs and pianos, samples that'll be like the core of the beat or whatever. Then after that, I have the snares. Hold on, let me see if I can single these out real quick. How do I do this shit again? Let me see. Hold up. Where is it? What I gotta do here? Hold up, give me a second here. I forgot how to single this shit out. Hold up. Oh yeah, I just solo it. Oh no, hold up. Oh boy, this is what happens when you're unprepared, people. Okay, I'm trying to look at it so that I just have, let me see, channel rack, swing, let me see, channel rack, piano. Alright, maybe like this, okay. Hold up, just give me a second here. There we go. Okay, so, wow, that's so amazing. Why does that last snare sound like that? I must have did something funky. Okay, so here we have the main chorus though. And it has a gross beat effect up there. How long did this effect stay up here? Certainly not forever. Okay. Now what was this? So yeah, this is what I would consider to be the melody part of the beat. And really, for this beat, it was really simple. I took a sample that I got off from some website. I took a sample and all I did was I reversed it. This is what it sounds like when it's not reversed. Hold up. Let me take off that gross beat too. Wait, where the fuck is the gross beat at? It must have been on the main. Okay, there we go. Yeah. That's what it sounds like when it's not reversed. And this is what it sounds like reversed. You see how much of a drastic change that is. This is really a technique that I've been using kind of recently. Sometimes I'll be looking for samples and it's like, you know, just having a hard time finding something that I like the sound of. And what I realized was that sometimes you can have a sample that doesn't really sound all that great normally, but if you reverse it, it'll give it like a whole different sound and vibe. So I've been experimenting with reversing samples lately, and that's how I made this beat. Really, this is the core of the beat, just reversing this sample here. But going back to what I said earlier, I break my beats down into just a couple parts, about 9 parts. I have my melody, snares, hi-hats, perks, kicks, bass, extras, cymbals, and transitions. That's typically how I break my beats down. And so that's the melody for this beat is very simple. It's just that one sample reverse. And it sounds so good, I was like, I don't even need to really add much to it other than like the snares and the hi-hats and shit, because I knew I had something. Once I heard this, I was like, God damn. Okay, and then with the snares, very simple shit, snares. Yeah. Now, sometimes, like, you'll notice here, I doubled my snares up. So, I have basically 2 snare patterns on top of each other. And that's just to give it, like, more depth, more life. Because you hear it by itself, it's not that loud, doesn't have a lot of snap to it. Do you add this? It gets significantly louder and it gives like a different sound almost. So I like to just combine different kind of snares together. Very simple hi-hat pattern as well. Nothing really special. But on the hook part, I made sure that I added more hi-hat. So you see that it's doing a little bit more there. Hold up. So usually with the hook part, I always try to add like little extras and shit like that. What's this? Yeah. Now see, this is my secret weapon right here. The shaker. This is my secret weapon. I swear, the shakers, tambourines, Christmas bells, shit like that. I mean, what is it? Sleigh bells? Man, they do such a good job at breathing more life into a beat. They're perfect for making that hook part, that chorus part, sound the part. But I didn't do it how I normally do it. Normally I have it going like throughout the whole thing. But for this one I just had what's this part right here though? Sometimes I have parts to a beat I either don't use or I forgot what it's even there for. Yeah. Sleigh bells. That's sleigh bells right there. See right there? You got it sounding like a hook now. Okay. Then the kicks. Oh man, I left the damn door open and I was just smoking in there. God damn, I fucked up. Yeah. Very simple kick pattern. And then the bass. always try to mix it up. Try to have like different bass lines in the same beat, so like things don't get too predictable. Like, yeah. You see how I just kind of remixed it a little bit. Just to give it a different vibe. What about this one? Okay, what was... why is this playing that one? Maybe I should turn it on. I even use this. Oh yeah. Now, one thing about this part in particular, though, you'll notice down here, I have these particular notes turned down because sometimes when you messing with the bass, that especially 808s, when you're doing like a higher pitch bass note, it can be so loud that it distorts. Like it has like it sounds distorted. So you got to be careful with that. That's why it's turned down to about, let me see, about 65, while the normal volume for the notes are 80. So I turned these higher notes down by 15% just to make sure that they didn't have a distorted sound when you turn up the bass. But you notice it blends right in. Like you don't even really notice that it's turned down. But sometimes you got to do that. Like when playing with bass, you got to play with you might even have to play with the volume of different notes, because bass can distort depending on the pitch that you're using. That's just a nice like transition bass, like when like a verse is ending, or like just to kind of switch things up. Like I just try to make sure things stay like mixed and matched. I mean mixed and you know, all their variety and shit. Here I am trying to sound like a professional. And of course, gotta have a cymbal. And over here you can see like the effects. Usually, you know, like for something like the cymbals, out like on the left side you have the low end. In the middle, that's the mid. And on the right, that's the high end. So with something like hi-hats and cymbals and shit, usually I turn the low end down. You know, just so you don't have any unnecessary, like typically these type of instruments won't have a lot of bass anyway, but still I turn it down just to make sure like whatever little bit of bass there are in these samples, it doesn't get in the way of the bass that's actually important, or the low end that's actually important, which is typically your bass, your 808s, your kicks and whatnot. Because the more of that stacks up as you're making the beat, it's just gonna make it sound more distorted. So if anything, like a cymbal that doesn't need bass to do its job, then I'm just gonna turn it down, and I'm going to turn up the high end a little bit to emphasize it. Just depending on the song and the sound I'm going for. Oh yeah, you see how you guys can see like this, you can see the sound on the parametric equalizer. You don't see anything lighting up over here on the left, it's all on the right. But if I do this, you notice you see it more on the left side. See? That's why I do that. Now you don't really see it. But also I might turn it down on like a little bit on the right end, just so again, the same way bass can kind of be distorted, the high end hi-hats and highs can be distorted too. If it's so I do that to kind of balance it out sometimes. Like if you turn this up more, it's gonna be kind of like distorted. Like that's like just too much. Yeah, like you don't want that. And also, usually, sometimes I put like a reverb effect, like a very light reverb on the cymbals or in different instruments, just so it carries a bit more. You see, and over here we have the transitions. You know, just whenever you're going from one part of the song to the next, you just want to make sure you have transitions to give it that feeling of, okay, we're going from here to there. We're going from point A to B. We're going from the verse to the hook. We're going to the hook. We're going from the hook to the verse. We're going from the verse to the bridge. We're going from the intro to the hook, whatever. Like, that's why I always make sure I got different transitions. Like, usually I see it. Typically, I try to have at least about three different like transition sound effects. And here's what I'm talking about. That right there. And I try not to get into the habit of always using the same transitions. It's very tempting. But if I'm going to use the same one, then I'll try to, like, you know, throw some more effects up here. Like, you notice with this, of course, you always got to hit it with the parametric. I forgot to equalize this. Wow. Okay. Look, it didn't really need it. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so, but you see, I use gross beat here, right? And so I use the 1/4 beat gate, which gives it like, it chops up the sample. Like, you notice when I turn it off, it sounds different because the sample isn't being chopped up. See? Yeah, so you got different, you know, you can do it at different rates. You know, just depending on the vibe you're going for. But it's a good way, not just for transitions, but gross beat is a good tool in general for just mixing up samples and mixing up sounds in the song itself. Just really putting the extras on the beat. You know, like, usually, like, the last part of making a song for me or a beat is fucking with gross beat. For real. And of course, got some reverb up there on the transition and delay too. And the delay is used for, like, the delay is an easy way of adding like an echo effect to different samples and sound effects and whatnot. See, you notice that when I took the delay off, you don't hear the sound after a certain period. Like, listen. That's with the delay. You can still hear the transition going. Hold up. And this is without it. It stops abruptly. But really, that's because I turned the delay and the attack down, and the sustain all the way up. And I explained what that does in one of the episodes of the process, but I'll do that sometimes if a sample like runs on too long or I need it to be like very tight. And so what this does for me is that, you know, I was able to make sure the sample didn't go on too long, but by adding the delay, it goes as long as I need it to go. Like, I would undo this, but I forgot. Hold on, let me see. Oh fuck. Okay, so hold up. How do I? No, it's the release. Yeah, I don't think I fuck with the delay at all. Hold up, goddamn. Just give me a second. Is it the release? Which one is it? It's been 10. I better not fuck with this. I better not fuck with this too much, but you guys get what I'm saying, I hope. And I got other transitions too. I mean, you can call these transitions, but they're also called uplifters and downlifters as well. Generally, I call them transitions, but they're all pretty much the same. It's just that uplifters will have it so, like, I don't know if I did it or not. I don't think I didn't use it or not, but hold up. That's another one that I mixed up. Let me see. I'm trying to see one where I can give an example of what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is like your basic transition, but I could add... Oh, no, I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have did that. Okay. So I could add this, the slide, and I could turn it to it like, now it's an uplifter. Well, that's very subtle. But really, the difference between an uplifter and a downlifter is that typically, like, an uplifter is like a sound that raises in pitch that's used as a transition sound. So it'll be like, woo! And a downlifter is where the sound is going down in pitch, like, but they're all transitions. But I guess your standard transition isn't really going up or down. It's just kind of like, whatever. This is great. All right, so that's basically what I use in the beat. Now let's talk about the actual structure of the beat. Very simple structure beat. Turn everything on. Hopefully that's the way it's supposed to be. So the tempo this is a very high tempo beat, which is unusual for me. My the tempo of my beats tend to be very low, around like 130, 140 on average. This is 198, but I think that was necessary because of the sample. Sometimes the sample requires me to have these crazy fucking pitches, man. I mean, crazy tempos. So let's look at. So over here, this is the playlist, and this is where I actually construct the beat itself. And all of that is just the beat, like, laid out to be a song. Down here is the master volume. Hold on, what's that shit called again? We got, let me see. What do they call it? Yeah, it's basically just an automation clip. And that's so I can edit the volume wherever I needed it to be edited. And so I just needed it for the end here, so I could have the song fade out. So you're gonna hear the volume go down. Bye. And that's like, automation clips are just so that you can modify pretty much anything to be where you need it to be, and like for example. Like, this is it was just one part of the beat that I wanted to do this gross beat thing on. And I wouldn't want it to be on the entire song. So I lowered the volume of it for the whole song except for that part. So I can just have gross beat right there. And that's pretty much what automation clips allow you to do. But yeah, this is the structure of the beat right here. Nice little intro part. Let the bass and the kick in. Still keeping the beat simple. Right here you see I'm gonna mix up the 808. Yeah. Oh yeah, right here you notice you can hear the 808 kind of like zoom zoom zoom. That's the slide effect that I showed you earlier, and you can use that on pretty much anything. It's a very useful tool, but I love using that on 808s because it gives like a zoom effect. here, yeah, I think this is like the first hook, and I made it a short hook. So all I did, I just added the hi-hats, more hi-hats to give it a more full sound, the shakers, but that's about it. And this was just a little part where I just took the sample and let me see, what did I do to it? That's what that second one is up here. All I did, let me see, what's the difference here? Yeah, I just added some gross beat, chopped it up, put it under the 1/4 beat gate, and that's why it has that kind of I can't do it. Kind of has that chopped up effect though, like almost like it's underwater though. Transition. Yeah. Oppai, big titties got me like Oppai, jacking on, smoking, getting so high. If you ain't a listen, deep cup, bye. Back to the wait. This is the end of the beat. Is it? This is no. I just ain't the beat. Okay, never mind. We're still the beat. That's the verse. So yes, everything's pretty much the same. Just kind of mixing it up here with the 808s. And then we're back into the hook. And this is a long hook. Just to show it off and have fun. We're double hooking this bitch. All the transitions at the same time. And now we're leading up to the end of the beat, where people can just listen and enjoy it without me rapping over it. Yeah, and there you have it. That's the Oppai beat, pretty much. Nothing really else to explain. You know, the different. I know I did not. I did not. Oh my God, I didn't. What? I'm ashamed of myself. I didn't equalize the snares. Oh man, this is what happens. What did I equalize? Oh my God, yo, I'm disappointed in myself. I didn't equalize a lot of this shit actually. Now that I look back on it. What the fuck? How did it sound so good? Oh yeah, that sample was just bass. Yeah, that's all it was, bass sample. So I'm glad I ain't got to explain that shit. God damn, I really didn't. I didn't equalize a lot of the samples in this song actually, which is kind of stupid. But I guess since I knew the beat was gonna be fire, I just didn't feel the need to. So whatever. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we're gonna have more beat breakdowns for you guys. And if you have any requests, let me know. I must warn you though that there are like some of my older beats I no longer have I no longer have it like the FL Studio project data, so I won't be able to break down those beats unfortunately. But I have like most of them from like the past few years. But I think like if you're looking for like Life is Neat, man, you're fucked. Because I don't have those. I don't think I have like those projects anymore. I don't have those project data. I don't have that project data anymore. But I got to go through and see what I got, because I have definitely All the recent shit got all that, and the stuff like from the past few years. But I think going back to like Life is Neat, what happened? I think it was like I had a computer malfunction and I lost like I didn't lose my beats, but I lost like a lot of my FL Studio projects, and that's what the fuck happened. It's a miracle that I got those beats back. God damn. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will return with more beat breakdowns for you guys. This is The Process, and this is Chad Marco, and I am out. See you guys.